What's going on, everybody? Joseph David here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Another week closed out. Good morning, everybody. TGIF, and thank you for joining us on this Friday, September 16th, 2022. This is Worldwide Sport Updates here on YouTube channel. Wherever you may be across the world and the country, thank you for listening in on this Friday morning nonetheless. This is your host, Joseph Hadid. And let's start off by recapping the top news that transpired. And let's start off, ladies and gentlemen, with what occurred in Nebraska in college football, where Scott Frost was fired as Nebraska's head coach after Georgia Southern's upset 1-2 start to the season. The Nebraska Cornhuskers, that is, are looking for a new head coach. Nebraska announced Sunday that Scott Frost was fired after 4 seasons leading the team. He ends his tenure with a 16-31 record overall. Associate head coach Mickey Joseph was named interim head coach. M.A. Just of the Lincoln Journal-Star reported Joseph becomes the first African-American head coach in any sport in Nebraska history. Frost's run was defined by ineptitude in crucial moments. Nebraska lost 22 games decided by 8 points or less while he was at the helm. And the team's 9 single-digit losses during 2021, ladies and gentlemen, set a college football record. Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers set to miss, ladies and gentlemen, due to injury 4 to 6 weeks after MRI shows an SC sprain. After Quinn Earth's promising debut and one scintillating quarter against Alabama, there's going to be a pause before seeing what the Texas quarterback can do next. Earth will miss at least a month with an SC sprain to his left shoulder. Earth underwent an MRI confirming the injury on Saturday. The recovery period is 4 to 6 weeks, which means the earliest he could return is against Oklahoma on October 8th. Earth is experiencing significant pain, sources said, as basic things like breathing and swallowing are difficult for him nonetheless. Former Major League Baseball pitcher, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Varvaro dies in a car crash on his way to the 9/11 memorial. Rest in peace to him. Tragic loss. Anthony Varvaro, a former Major League Baseball pitcher who retired in 2016 to become a police officer in the New York City area, was killed in a car crash Sunday morning on his way to work at the September 11th memorial ceremony in Manhattan. According to police officials and his former teams, Varvaro, 37 years of age, was an officer for the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. He played baseball at St. John's before a 6-year career in the majors as a relief pitcher with the Seattle Mariners, Atlanta Braves, and, ladies and gentlemen, Boston Red Sox. Rest in peace to Anthony Varvaro, ladies and gentlemen, who died at the age of 37 on his way to the 9/11 memorial, where he died due to a car crash. Again, rest in peace to him. Tragic loss. WNBA to hold a 2023 preseason game in Canada, the first international contest since 2011. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the WNBA will play a preseason game in Canada in the year 2023, next season. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert announced before Game 1 of the 2022 WNBA Finals. While Engelbert did not give specifics on the teams competing or the exact location of the game, she confirmed that the WNBA will hit international soil for the first time since 2011. Back in 2011, the Atlanta Dream took on Great Britain's national team in Manchester, England. The WNBA has not played any games outside of the United States since then, marking over a decade since the league took its game globally. Also, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of WNBA, let's talk about the WNBA Finals and what's currently going on in that picture. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, the WNBA Finals continued in Game 3, ladies and gentlemen, where the Las Vegas Aces were up 2-0 in that series. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the Connecticut Suns have took that game now and have made this series very interesting, as Las Vegas lead the series now 2-1 in that series. Ladies and gentlemen, more details on the WNBA Finals this upcoming Sunday, as Game 4 will be on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll definitely talk about the WNBA Finals more this upcoming Sunday. Nonetheless, tune in for that, for sure. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, the WNBA Finals currently is now 2-1 in the series, as the Las Vegas Aces are currently leading. But we'll get into more details on that this upcoming Sunday for sure. Stars extended general manager Jim Nill. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dallas Stars have extended general manager Jim Nill through 2023-2024 season. Nill is going into his 10th season with the Stars, which was the last year on his current deal before the extension announced on Tuesday. Dallas has made the playoffs 3 of their past 4 seasons and advanced to the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years ago. The Stars in June hired Peter DeBoer as the franchise new coach. DeBoer, who was twice gone to the Stanley Cup Final in his first season with the new team, New Jersey and San Jose, is the 5th Stars coach since Nill became general manager in April of 2013. Flames, ladies and gentlemen, have hired 3-time Olympic gold medalist Rebecca Johnston. How awesome is that? The Calgary Flames have added 3-time Olympic gold medalist Rebecca Johnston to the fold. The Flame announced on Tuesday morning that they've hired Johnston in a full-time capacity to serve in a player development role, as well as an assistant in prospect evaluations and work on grassroots programs with the Calgary Flames Foundation. Johnston, who was at the Flames development camp in July, helping tutor the club's prospects as a guest coach, won gold with Canada at the 2022 Beijing Olympics, 2014 Sochi Games, and 2010 Vancouver Olympics. She also helped Canada to silver at the 2018 Pyeongchang Games. Jordan Kyrou and the Blues, the St. Louis Blues, have agreed to an 8-year, $65 million contract extension through 2030-2031 season. The St. Louis Blues announced on Tuesday they signed Jordan Kyrou to an 8-year, $65 million extension. The 24-year-old is coming off a breakout 2021-2022 season. He had 27 goals and 48 assists, with his 75 points the 4th highest on the team. The 2016 second-round pick continued to deliver in the postseason, chipping in 9 points, 7 goals, 2 assists across 12 games as St. Louis reached the second round. Ladies and gentlemen, how about Steph Curry, folks? Steph Curry. How about Steph Curry, folks? His other brother. To ink $1 billion lifetime contract with Under Armour. Steph Curry is reportedly on the verge of signing a lucrative lifetime contract with Under Armour, ladies and gentlemen. The deal could potentially net the four-time NBA champion more than $1 billion. The news, which has been revealed in Rolling Stone, comes as Curry's current deal with the brand and is scheduled to end in 2024. According to reports, the lifetime contract will also include Curry receiving his own subsidiary brand, similar to Nike's groundbreaking deal with NBA icon Michael Jordan. How impressive is that, ladies and gentlemen? The Broncos versus the Seahawks was the most watched Week 1 Monday Night Football game, ladies and gentlemen, yes, since the year 2009. ESPN announced that the Monday Night Football game between the Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks was the highest rated Week 1 Monday Night Football game since that year. The game drew 19.85 million viewers. The game ranked 4th all-time in ESPN's era regardless of the week of the regular season. Digging in deeper, they also included Manning cast in their numbers. Payne and Eli had an 86% increase in viewers over Week 1 of last year. Ladies and gentlemen, the SEC instructs Georgia and Tennessee to cancel upcoming series with OU. We've got something big here, ladies and gentlemen, Oklahoma Sooner fans have said. The SEC has instructed Georgia and Tennessee not to play their upcoming games against Oklahoma. The Bulldogs were scheduled to play the Sooners in Norman next season, and the Volunteers were originally scheduled to come to Norman in 2020. This points to one thing: the SEC plans to have the Sooners in the SEC next year. With a few dates being thrown around there, that wasn't really a concentrate answer on when OU and Texas plan to leave the Big 12. Although 2025 was when the Big 12 media rights deal expired. Tom Brady, ladies and gentlemen, hints retirement as Gisele Bündchen, Tom Brady's wife, says she has concerns about him playing. Brady, ladies and gentlemen, now 45 years old, has had a tumultuous offseason. Tumultuous offseason, ladies and gentlemen, that is. Retiring in February only to later reverse that decision in the midst of August training camp. Brady took an 11-day leave of absence to deal with personal things. According to his head coach, Todd Bowles, last week Brady said, "As you get older, life changes quite a bit. There's different responsibilities that take form in your life. There's different perspectives you gain." The 7-time Super Bowl champion, speaking on his regularly scheduled Let's Go podcast with co-host Jim Gray on Tuesday, said that he's feeling more than things in the past for some reason as he competes in his 23rd NFL season. MLBPA representatives of minor leaguers becomes official, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, minor leagues are now associated with Major League Baseball Players Association. Just over 2 weeks ago, it was reported that Major League Baseball Players Association had taken initial steps towards unionizing minor leaguers, with those players being asked to vote on designating the MLBPA as their collective bargaining agreement representatives. About a week later, the MLBPA announced that a significant majority of minor leaguers have signed the authorization cards in favor of the MLBPA, creating a minor league bargaining unit. But the MLBPA requested that MLB recognize his effort. A few days later, MLB Commissioner Rob Medford announced that the league would indeed recognize as the bargaining representatives for minor leaguers. Today, an arbitrator validated the card count with MLB, then voluntarily recognizing the union. Julio Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen, makes history, achieves feat never seen before in MLB. Julio Rodriguez successfully pulled off the feat when he stole second base in the bottom of the 5th inning in Wednesday night's home game against the San Diego Padres. He entered that game already with 25 home runs this season and 24 stolen bases, to go with a slash line of .277, .339, and .492. Rodriguez even added to his home run total with a blast right in the first inning of the game that went for 385 feet. With Rodriguez having quite a stellar rookie season in MLB, the Mariners have been able to keep in step with the others in the wild card race in the American League. Time-tested Ueno Yadi battery sets record that may never be broken, ladies and gentlemen. There are times, like on Wednesday, when the Cardinals franchise fixtures Adam Wainwright and Yadier Molina team together to make some history. That manager, Oliver Marmol, is reminded of the not-so-great moments when the pitcher and the catcher were forced to persevere and renovate themselves and find ways to keep chugging along this path toward historical greatness. Remembering the moments when the 41-year-old Wainwright and the 40-year-old Molina defied the doubters and ignored the drumbeat of Father Time and anonymous warnings and pushed on with the weight of the franchise on their shoulders. It makes nights like this even more special. Marmol said MLB's youngest manager was drafted in 2007, the first season that Wainwright and Molina started a game together. How incredible is that, ladies and gentlemen? And ladies and gentlemen, Nashville Predators have hired their first female scout, Rhonda Englehart. The Nashville Predators announced Rhonda Englehart will become a North American amateur scout based out of Minnesota, the first female scout hired by the team. The hiring of Englehart on Wednesday comes a day after Calgary Flames added Rebecca Johnston, as we stated in our podcast, ladies and gentlemen, for a player development role, and the Seattle Kraken that promoted Alexandria Midorexis to assistant general manager after 3 years as director of hockey, strategy, and research. Englehart has been named head coach of the Premier Hockey Federation's Minnesota Whitecaps the past 4 seasons and won the Isobel Cup in the year 2019. The native of Roseville, Minnesota, was a U.S. women's national team player and captain at the University, ladies and gentlemen, of Minnesota in 2002-2003 year. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I will see you on this Sunday's podcast. Until then, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and always come to our YouTube channel for all the latest sports updates wherever you may be across the world or country that you have missed. Again, this is Joseph Hadid, ladies and gentlemen, for Worldwide Sport Updates, your host here, your podcast, your news, your local community. Have yourself a great weekend. I'll see you on this live podcast this upcoming Sunday for all the latest sports updates. Again, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out, and tune into our YouTube channel for all the latest sports updates that you have maybe missed. And again, wherever you may be across the world or country, stay safe, stay blessed. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.